At Room to Room, there's no need to wait. Black Friday deals are going on now.
Get 36-month special financing and we're paying your sales tax now at Room to Room. You don't want to miss it.
Room to Room Tupelo, where we know there's no place like your home.
When choosing a dentist for our family, Tupelo Smiles was the answer for us. They greet us with warm smiles right when we walk in the door, and they make us feel so welcome. We love Tupelo Smiles.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Room to Room Weather Center as what's been a beautiful weekend all across North Mississippi. I know we have all enjoyed it, but we have a stormy start to the work week, so let's get you ready and prepared as we get ready later on tonight to get ready for the work week. But like I mentioned, we have a stormy start to Thanksgiving week coming up for your Monday and Tuesday. But once we get past those stormy conditions, we're going to start seeing clearer and cooler conditions as well. Thanksgiving going to be a little bit chilly outdoors here in North Mississippi as we see some below average conditions, but like I mentioned yesterday, it's going to feel that much better, especially with how above average we've been lately. So definitely going to be welcoming the cold here in North Mississippi. But we may also see a potentially soggy into the work week with those rain chances still trying to kind of peak and ramp on up for your Saturday into your Sunday. And next weekend, we'll be covering those rain chances as well. But primarily, we're going to talk about that stormy start to the week that we have coming up for your Monday and Tuesday. But right now, let's focus on these current conditions. We can see some of that cloud cover still in Greenville. 57 degrees, feels like 57 as well. Still some of that northerly wind component coming out of the northeast around 5 miles per hour, but a beautiful way to wrap up your weekend out there in Greenville. Same thing out here in Amory. 55 degrees, feels like 55. Those temperatures and feels like values are matching up. Not much of a wind out there in Amory, so any late night plans you'll have to wrap up your weekend, they are good to go before you start with your work week coming up Monday. But Batesville, 55 degrees, also feels like 55 as well, seeing somewhat of a wind component, 3 miles per hour coming out of the southwest, still very calm all across North Mississippi. But taking a look at that first 12, we can still see those mostly clear conditions across North Mississippi. Temperatures around 55 degrees by 7, dipping into the upper 40s by the time we cross into midnight and those early AM hours, but still sticking around the mid 40s as we continue throughout the overnight period and starting to see that cloud cover come back into the forecast by the time we start off our Monday. But right now, not much activity going on, not compared to what will come later on into your Monday night, into the early overnight hours for your Tuesday morning as well. Right now, we are still enjoying beautiful and dry conditions, and we're going to want to soak it up as much as we can before those soggy conditions start making their way towards North Mississippi. But like I mentioned yesterday, today was going to be a lot cooler than what we experienced for our Saturday. All of us seeing pretty much a net negative in that temperature change. Houston, -6, Bruce, -6, Water Valley, -6. I mean, very good trend that we can see here across North Mississippi. It was a beautiful Sunday and a beautiful way to wrap up this weekend here in our viewing area. But what was responsible for that was that cold front that blew through at the start of our weekend, now very far off, pretty much going into the Atlantic Ocean, that high pressure system, driving it off, and that high pressure system above us allowing us to continue to stay cool and dry. But here we go, that low pressure system bringing in the band of rain. That is what's going to eventually make its way towards North Mississippi. That is what's giving us our rain chances Monday night into your early Tuesday morning hours, and then we get to enjoy dry and beautiful conditions as we get closer towards Thanksgiving. Just got to go through that first, and of course we're going to be covering everything you need to know as it gets closer and closer towards North Mississippi. But as of right now, we get to enjoy these beautiful conditions overnight, still seeing some cloudy conditions on the southern portions of our viewing area, but mostly clear as we continue into the overnight hours. That trend will start to change just a little bit with some cloud cover starting to build in overnight once we cross midnight, and there are those rain chances moving closer and closer towards North Mississippi from Oklahoma into Arkansas and eventually North Mississippi. But still, notice by Monday morning, especially 10 o'clock, we're still staying dry, but also very cloudy throughout the start of our Monday. Those rain chances not really going to start ramping up until lunchtime, early afternoon hours and on. Then all of us will see the chance as that line continues to move on through North Mississippi, bringing those storms and rain chances with it. could be on some hefty side with some stronger storms. Not expecting anything too severe, but we will be talking about those SPC outlooks that got issued today to make sure you have the very latest as we get ready for the work week. But the next 24 starts to show that rain chance to start to ramp on up as you go about your Monday. Starting off in the morning, still seeing dry conditions, 46 degrees with those partly cloudy skies, transitioning to mostly cloudy as you continue into your Monday morning. Temperatures rising with it as well, seeing upper 60s by lunchtime. Starting to see those 10% make their way into the forecast for the northwestern portion of our viewing area, seeing those rain chances first. But those rain chances are going to continue to climb as we continue into the rest of your afternoon and evening hours, and going to start seeing some stormy conditions on the back half of your Monday and the very start of your Tuesday. Going to be a late night Monday event, overnight event into your Tuesday as well. We're going to be timing that out so you know everything that you need to know as you get ready for your work week. But for your Monday and Tuesday, tracking out those rain chances, making sure you are prepared, and especially talking about those cooler conditions on the back half. We're going to be covering all of that here in 1 minute at Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
And I'll try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at soundedouttogether.org.
The bravest thing that my dad has done has been going back to school.
It wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
The bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
I'm your retirement fear, but don't be scared. You're still in pre-tirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. This is pretirement.org.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Taking a live look out here in Smithville. Temperatures around 63 degrees, feels like 63 as well. You can see those clear skies with that moon shining in the background. Calm, clear conditions all across Smithville. Going to be a beautiful evening ahead for y'all as y'all wrap up the weekend and get ready for Monday. Same thing out here in Maben. Not much to look at just because of the dark skies above, but still clear. Kind of see a star twinkling, or maybe that one looks like it might be moving, might be a plane as well. But temperatures around 54 degrees, mid-50s as you wrap up any weekend plans out there. Maben definitely going to be a beautiful one. We can see that here with our day planner as we track out the rest of our day and basically the rest of our night. Temperatures around 53 degrees by 8 o'clock, seeing those clear conditions all across North Mississippi. Transitioning into mostly clear by 11, temperatures around 48 and still kind of just sitting around the mid-40s as we continue further into the AM hours overnight. The Futurecast still showing those mostly clear conditions all across North Mississippi. Most of that cloud cover further down south in the southern portions of the Delta, but they're kind of moving on out as well, where we start seeing more clear conditions before that cloud cover kind of does a U-turn, wants to come back into North Mississippi, especially from that 10 o'clock broadcast time and on into midnight. But even into the overnight AM hours, seeing that cloud cover continue to build up all across North Mississippi. Definitely going to be waking up towards some partly cloudy conditions, especially the further east or west, in our viewing area you go. We can already see those rain chances getting closer and closer towards North Mississippi. That's that weather system all the way out in Oklahoma, but it's going to continue to push further and further towards our viewing area overnight, but throughout the Monday as well. Low temperatures, like I mentioned earlier, pretty much in the mid-40s is as far as we're going to drop here in North Mississippi. Even mid-40s is good for some. You can see low 50s, 50 in Greenwood, 51 in Belzona, Greenville, and Cleveland as well. So definitely still going to be a beautiful night, but not going to see those temperatures drop until we make it to Thanksgiving later on in the work week. But taking a look at your school day forecast, as it is Sunday night, got to get ready for school in the morning. Drop-off is going to be right around those mid-40s, 47 degrees, working our way up towards the mids to upper 60s by lunchtime. And by the time we're walking out of the school and getting ready for our afternoon plans, going to see temperatures in the low 70s, and still there are those rain chances starting to creep into your forecast. That's going to be the further northwest you are in our viewing area. Those rain chances will increase, but for those further east or south, not really going to see those rainy conditions until later on into your Monday night and into the early Tuesday morning hours. So let's track that out here with Futurecast. We can still see cloudy conditions for pretty much all of us here in North Mississippi for your Monday morning, but as we continue throughout the day, not all of us are going to see those rain chances at the the same time. That line could, of course, hit the northwest portion of our viewing area first. This is at lunchtime, kind of crossing over the Mississippi River, hitting those around the delta, providing some light rain showers, even some moderate rain showers as you go about your lunchtime hours, but especially into the afternoon hours. Going to see those rain changes pretty much stay constant for those up there in northwest Mississippi. Starting to see some heavier showers as well as that warm front continues to push on through North Mississippi. But behind it, we're also going to see that cold front almost providing 2 rounds of showers and storms for us here in North Mississippi. That cold front is going to allow most of us to see those rain chances as compared to just the northern half. We can already see those heavy showers, especially affecting pretty much almost all of North Mississippi, especially the western portion, primarily those out in the delta and in the northern half along the Tennessee state line, starting to see those heavier showers as well. This is going to be during the 6 o'clock broadcast time tomorrow. So definitely going to want to make sure to tune into our morning shows, as our morning meteorologist Maggie McCauley will have the very latest model runs in the morning to get you ready for your Monday, but also Chief Meteorologist Matt Laubon and Gabe Maynard will be walking you through this as you go about your Monday evening and prepare for those overnight hours. But high temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the low 70s all across North Mississippi. 72 Amory, Houston, 73 out there in Eupora, 75 in Greenwood and Belzona. Definitely going to feel a little bit warm and above average as we continue into the work week. Thankfully, going to see cooler conditions. But those heat and seas keeping you right there with those actual temperatures, working to cool us off just a little bit. But enjoy these warmer temperatures now because it will definitely become chilly and more fall-like once we get past those rain chances for your Monday and Tuesday. But coming back to talk about those rain chances, this model a little bit more behind as compared to the HER model, so could look like either one of these. We're going to continue trying to track out that timing and definitely going to have the latest on that with our morning meteorologist Maggie McCauley, seeing those latest models come in for your morning. But at 6 o'clock, still showing these showers almost behind the Mississippi River completely, but it's going to continue pushing on into North Mississippi. And one thing that I don't really agree with this model is it's primarily just hitting the northern half of our viewing area. I do think almost all of us will see rain chances, but you can definitely see where those heavier showers are occurring pretty much in the Memphis area, DeSoto County, Tunica as well. But it's going to continue pushing across North Mississippi, but like this model is showing, only the northern half of our viewing area, those along the Mississippi-Tennessee state line, are really seeing those showers getting affected by them, especially for those out in the delta. I think this line will stay pretty consistent and move all across North Mississippi, even allowing the Golden Triangle region, Noxubee County, everybody to see these rain changes as you go about your Tuesday night. But this model still just kind of keeping it in the northern half, pretty much north of Highway 6. That cold front allowing those rain chances to continue pushing on across North Mississippi. But still, this model run, not quite agreeing with it. I do expect this line to kind of pretty much full extent all across North Mississippi and push on across. And it shows this one not even occurring until 8 o'clock in the morning. I think this could potentially be occurring by midnight or 1 o'clock. So this model super far behind. I'm going to be trying to kind of give you the very latest timing, especially during that 10 o'clock broadcast as well. But still, the southern region finally seeing those rain chances down here in the Golden Triangle region by lunchtime Tuesday. I think this will occur much earlier. This model just a little bit behind for my liking. But I do agree that we will see a pretty much clearing and dry forecast on the back half of this cold front moving on through. It will be beautiful pretty much Tuesday afternoon and evening on into your Wednesday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday as well. Then those rain chances are going to start picking up as well. We can see that right here with that model showing that cloud cover building in a little bit, but still seeing dry conditions as you get ready for those overnight hours into your Wednesday morning. Now those high temperatures going to be a little bit elevated for your Tuesday, pretty much mid 70s across North Mississippi. 73 Amory, Tupelo, Houston, 71 in Holly Springs, South Haven still the place to be, coming in at 69. Definitely going to be a beautiful day, but also going to be dealing with those rain chances as well. Heat and seas keeping you right there with those actual temperatures, going to feel just how they are reading outdoors. But that 7-day forecast showing that stormy start to your Thanksgiving break or Thanksgiving week will be a break for some. But Monday coming in at 40%, and that is because it's kind of occurring later on into the Monday in the afternoon hours and evening. 60% for your Tuesday, because almost all of us will see those rain chances kind of move on through overnight Tuesday into the early morning hours for your Tuesday morning, especially on the eastern side of our viewing area. The western side may stay completely dry after it already blew through kind of overnight by the time you wake up. But regardless, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are staying dry, seeing beautiful but below average conditions. 53 as your high for Thanksgiving, a low of 32. Black Friday, low of 30. Definitely really below average. Going to be brisk start to your mornings, high of 54 as well. But we do see another potentially soggy start to the weekend into your work week. 20% for your Saturday and then 30% for your Sunday as well. But as promised, I kind of want to give you a look on those SBC outlooks, that Storm Prediction Center, trying to give us our best level of what we can expect with that level 1 through 5 on wind, hail, tornado, all those threats. And I'm going to make sure to cover that and the timing of that system moving its way towards North Mississippi for your Monday and Tuesday. All of that's coming up after this break.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Let's take a look at your severe weather risk as we get ready for the work week ahead. This is for your Monday, pretty much a level 1 risk for almost all of North Mississippi, excluding the northeastern portion. But we are seeing a level 2 start to clip its way into North Mississippi. Originally, this was far out into Arkansas and parts of Louisiana, but has started to make its way into North Mississippi as well, but pretty much affecting Cleveland, Greenwood, Belzona, Greenville, the southern portions of our delta. But still, the good news is this is pretty much a low-end severe weather risk. We also saw this at the start of our weekend, and that was also a bust as well. Hoping we can expect the same trend to continue, but want to make sure to continue to update y'all as you go about your work week. But this extends into your Tuesday as well. Thankfully, no level 2 risk involved, just level 1, and that is more on the eastern side of our viewing area. This is why I'm mentioning that almost all of us will see those rain chances as we go about your Monday and Tuesday, even the southern portion, as that front continues to push across North Mississippi. Not expecting that model to just show all those heavy showers and storms up north. It is going to be pretty much an entire viewing area type of ordeal as we start off our work week. But looking at that large hail risk, thankfully with Mississippi, don't really have to worry about hail that much. We do have a level 1 risk, but that's pretty much still associated with the southern portions of the delta, even into Casia, Esco, and Atala County. But still, that is primarily where the largest hail risk is. Everyone else, we are not warned, but still want to take these storms seriously. Could see maybe some pea-sized hail, penny-sized hail, but large hail, not really expecting that all across North Mississippi. What we are expecting is maybe just a damaging wind risk or event as you go throughout your Monday night into your Tuesday morning. Some lofty, hefty winds and gusts with these severe storms moving on through North Mississippi. Still pretty much the exact same outline that we saw for our severe weather risk. Primarily level 1 all across North Mississippi, but starting to see that level 2 clip the southern portions of the delta. So definitely going to assume that maybe some wind could be involved with these storms. That's primarily what the most severity is coming from. And of course, tornado risk. Can never rule them out, but the possibility is still very low, even barely clipping North Mississippi with that level 2 threat. But you can primarily tell most of the threat occurring here in North Mississippi will be in the southern portions of the delta. So definitely want to stay updated as you get started with your work week, but still pretty low end on that risk, but you can never rule them out as we continue seeing these storms move on through North Mississippi. But let's try to time that out as you get ready for the work week ahead. This is the GFS model trying to show you a general consensus on where you can expect this rain to kind of hit and what time. Still very far out into Texas and Oklahoma tonight. We saw that line already with Futurecast at the start of the broadcast, but still a ways away from North Mississippi as we get ready for our night overnight and get ready for the work week. But we can still see that line pretty intense as it continues moving across Oklahoma into Arkansas, Texas, and eventually Louisiana. I think this model is just a little bit behind. I do know that we will see some of those rain chances start clipping the Memphis region, northwest parts of our viewing area, starting to see some of those afternoon showers, not expecting really stormy conditions until later on into your evening. GFS model still doing a pretty good job at that, showing those pretty intense storms and showers making its way towards North Mississippi. This is going to be pretty much during the 10 o'clock broadcast time and on as well. So I know our chief meteorologist, Matt Laubon, will be on top of it tomorrow night, especially as you get ready for bed. But still seeing that line pretty much all across North Mississippi and still going to continue to push in. So that's why that model that we showed earlier, not really believing that. I think it will be pretty much all of North Mississippi seeing those rain chances. You can already see the southern portions already already getting some rainfall as well. Still, a general consensus won't be as specific, but even into midnight, I mean, you are seeing green everywhere across North Mississippi. I will expect the southern portions to start seeing that rainfall and line get closer by the midnight hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock as well, before it continues to finally push on out of North Mississippi and exit our region as a whole. But still, kind of keeping that same level of intensity, still seeing intense showers, especially in the Tupelo area as well. This is Tuesday around 4 o'clock, so definitely an overnight event. Make sure those alerts are turned on. You have ways of receiving notifications, maybe those shoes by the bed, just in case for any warnings that do get issued as you go about your early Tuesday morning hours. Still expecting some intense storms that make its way through North Mississippi, but the good news, seeing clearer conditions on the back half. Maybe still some lingering moisture as you get started with your Tuesday morning and maybe walk into class for those college students. I know most elementary schools are out for the week, but still have some schools in session as you go about your Monday and Tuesday before we finally get off for break. So it could be a potentially little rainy, soggy start to your Tuesday morning, but won't be anywhere as intense as your Monday night into your Tuesday morning. Then we'll start to see those clearer conditions behind, and we can track that out still here with those rainy conditions primarily on the eastern side as that line continues to push on out of our area before we can enjoy drier and clearer conditions on the back half. We start seeing that Tuesday night and into the start of your Wednesday morning as well. Not really seeing many clouds overnight, but into your Wednesday morning as well. And there we go with those northerly wind direction. That's going to continue pushing on into North Mississippi and allow us to feel cooler and drier as we get closer to Thanksgiving. That's what's responsible for those cooler conditions and eventually below average conditions that make its way towards North Mississippi. But like I keep mentioning, definitely want to make sure to stay updated as the severe weather gets closer and closer towards North Mississippi. No better way than with the iOS and Android app that we have here. His QR code, you can scan it, download the app, send it to any grandparents, loved ones that you want to make sure to keep updated and informed as that weather system gets closer and closer. But we'll make sure to keep you updated ourselves here at Mississippi Live Weather with our broadcast. We'll be live later on tonight at 10 to give you the very latest on those rain chances and timing, because another model run will come out. But of course, our morning meteorologist Maggie McCauley will be up and at 'em early in the morning, 6:30, 7, and 7:30 tomorrow to get you ready for your Monday and potentially stormy into your Monday as well. And that's right before Chief Meteorologist Matt Laubon and Meteorologist Gabe Maynard will be back at 5, 6, and 10 for your Monday evening, tracking out some storms and making sure you are protected and well updated as you go about your Monday night. But until then, enjoy the beautiful conditions we have currently here in North Mississippi. Enjoy the last few hours of your weekend, and I'll see y'all back here in the Room to Room Weather Center at 10.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete, but it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.